They have a particularly interesting kind of Spanish here. It's not the normal Spanish, so I think that makes it particularly important to know as much as you can when you come here, because even if you know something already, you might have a bit of trouble dissecting and trying to understand what they're saying, and vice versa them with what you're saying.
Yeah, I was thinking I'd be fine with having learned Spanish for 2 years, but then when I first arrived and couldn't understand anything that anyone was talking about. They speak so fast and with a strong accent, and then the local slang as well that you don't get taught at all. So it took a while to get used to, but it's slowly getting easier.
On the streets, trying to get around places, just knowing Spanish is very important, and it's just so useful. I speak quite good Spanish, which has really helped me. I'm just, oh my God, I'm so glad I knew something, because otherwise I'd be completely lost.
It's very important that you do learn Spanish, because I didn't. Well, I learned a little bit, and it was very hard for me for the first 2 months because I couldn't communicate. I didn't know what they were saying to me. I didn't know how to say anything back. I still have that trouble. I'm not very good, but I understand more. But it would just make your life so much easier if you learned Spanish.
Also, people absolutely adore it. They adore it when you say something in Spanish. Even if you say one word and you can't pronounce it right, or you say a sentence shot to hell, terrible grammar, they think it's the sweetest thing ever, and they love it when you try.
I learn a lot when I walk down the street and I go into a random shop, because most of the time they don't speak English, so you're on your own. You have to fight your way to get the communication. Like, if you just want to look, you have to be like, no, I want to look, but in Spanish.
Even though we're encouraged not to speak any Spanish in the school, it is helpful to know some for when on duty and things, because a lot of the younger children find it difficult to explain how they got hurt when they're distressed in English, as you can imagine.
I didn't know loads before I left. I'd been taking lessons in England kind of once a week for maybe 5 months. So obviously I went thinking, I know loads, like I know all this vocabulary, and you get there and it's daunting, definitely. So then we had 2 weeks of intensive lessons, which really helped. And I mean, it's a different learning a language in a school, because if you're learning it in the country, you're actually practicing it every day. So 2 weeks of intensive lessons is a lot when you go back and you're speaking it.
A lot of volunteers while they're here, we take lessons, and our Spanish has been improving heaps. We understand a lot more now, which is good.
And then also we've been taking Spanish lessons here at Multilinguas. We do it once a week on the Saturdays. It's really helping, refreshing my Spanish lessons from back home, and just getting the structure of the language, because Argentine Spanish is a little bit different to Spain Spanish.